Descending further beneath the grey peaks, Sorren, Elara and Thane became acutely aware of the pressing weight of the mountains above them. Shadows grew longer, and the echoes of their footsteps seemed to reverberate endlessly in the ancient tunnels. Thane's quill moved furiously in his notebook, capturing the unique formations, while Elara's staff emanated a soft, otherworldly glow to guide their path. Sorren, ever the protector, remained alert, his shield and sword at the ready. Intricate stalactites and stalagmites dominated the caverns, their tips glistening like thousands of stars in the dim light. Elara mentioned ancient civilizations that believed these structures held memories of the world, each drop of water contributing to their growth over millennia. Thane jotted down this musing, pondering the age and wisdom of the formations around them. The sound of water echoed through the chambers, guiding them to a serene underground lake. Its vastness was illuminated by a faint glow from an unknown source, rendering the water in ethereal shades of blue and green. Sorren skimmed a stone across its surface, creating ripples that danced like specters in the light. But it wasn't the lake itself that drew their attention. It was the multitude of relics, sculptures and treasures, half submerged in its stillness. The history of an ancient people was captured in these artifacts, telling tales of love, war, and devotion. Upon leaving the lake behind, the trio discovered pathways branching in all directions. Choosing one that sloped downwards, they soon encountered large stone doors adorned with ancient symbols. Elara recognized some of the runes, suggesting they were entering the burial grounds of some long-forgotten monarchs. Inside, mausoleums and crypts stretched as far as the eye could see. Some were lavish, decorated with gold and precious stones, while others were modest, but each held stories of those resting eternally. The weight of the past was palpable, making the atmosphere dense with respect and reverence. Thane, moved by the surroundings, began to recite a poem from his homeland about honoring ancestors and seeking their wisdom. His words echoed through the crypts, and for a moment the line between past and present blurred. Sorren and Elara joined in the recitation, their voices blending in a harmonious tribute to those who came before. Amidst the crypts, they stumbled upon an altar. This wasn't any regular shrine, but a tribute to some unknown deity or force. The air around it pulsed with energy, making the trio's hair stand on end. Elara, intrigued, began to decipher the inscriptions surrounding the altar, hoping they would reveal its secrets. A change in the atmosphere was evident as they moved further. From the cold, silent reverence of the crypts, they now stepped into a lively and vivid cavern. Natural formations created an illusion of a bustling marketplace, with stone resembling stalls and mineral deposits taking the form of various objects for sale. The sheer beauty of the place rendered them speechless. Thane imagined the bustling sounds of a market, the chatter of merchants, and the laughter of children. Elara mused aloud about the magical properties of the minerals, while Sorren, always observant, noted the strategic points in the cavern, remnants of his warrior instincts. The ground was uneven, with occasional dips and rises. In one such depression, Elara discovered fragments of pottery. Each shard was decorated with intricate patterns, hinting at a culture rich in artistry and craftsmanship. As they pieced them together, a picture of a majestic bird, possibly a phoenix, began to take shape. Thane's sketches now comprised not only of the geographical structures, but also of these remarkable artifacts. They were evidence of a civilization that thrived underground, creating beauty in the heart of darkness. As the perceived market faded behind them, the path now led to vast underground fields. Fungi of various sizes and shapes covered the ground, while luminescent plants provided illumination. The whole area buzzed with the energy of life, an oasis of green amidst the rock. Elara's excitement was palpable as she rushed from one plant to another, identifying them and explaining their properties. Some had healing qualities, while others could be used in powerful spells. Sorren, meanwhile, was fascinated by the bioluminescent creatures darting around, their soft glow lighting up their surroundings. Thane, always the chronicler, sketched furiously, trying to capture the essence of this underground Eden. Each detail, from the droplets on the fungi to the fluttering of the tiny glowing creatures, was immortalized on his pages. The magic of the place wasn't just in its visuals. Sounds of dripping water created a rhythmic backdrop, and a soft breeze carried the scent of earth and growth. The trio felt rejuvenated, the weariness of their journey momentarily forgotten. Their exploration led them to the most unexpected sight yet, remnants of a campsite. It was evident someone or some group had been here before them. The remains of a fire pit, some discarded utensils, and a tattered tent stood as testament to previous explorers or inhabitants. Sorren was on high alert, scanning the surroundings for any signs of a threat. Elara, meanwhile, sifted through the remains, finding a diary detailing the previous group's explorations. The entry spoke of wonders but also of dangers lurking in the labyrinth's depths. Thane felt a connection to the diary's author, another chronicler like himself. He carefully stored the diary in his bag, ensuring its tales would not be lost to time. As the trio regrouped, they felt a mix of anticipation and dread, wondering what challenges and marvels awaited them further. Despite the mysteries, they pressed on, driven by their thirst for knowledge and discovery. The path now led upwards, hinting at a change in the terrain ahead. Their ascent was marked by increased humidity, and soon the unmistakable sound of cascading water reached their ears. The source was a magnificent underground waterfall, its waters shimmering in myriad colors due to the minerals it flowed over. The basin it flowed into was teeming with life, strange fish that seemed to thrive in the dim light and plants that swayed to the water's rhythm. Elara, ever the scholar, began taking water samples, hoping to study its properties. Sorren, on the other hand, marveled at the natural defenses around the waterfall, the terrain acting as a natural fortress. Thane, never missing an opportunity, captured the ethereal beauty of the waterfall, the flowing water looking like liquid silver on his parchment. The atmosphere was filled with the mist from the cascading waters, the droplets reflecting the dim light, creating a spectacle of moving stars. The trio, lost in the magic of the moment, took a break, letting the serenity of the place wash over them. Continuing their journey, they encountered more signs of previous inhabitants. Cave paintings adorned the walls, depicting scenes of hunting, rituals, and daily life. The style was primitive yet filled with emotion, capturing the essence of a time long gone. The further they ventured, the more the caverns began to change. They now entered a region filled with crystals. Massive formations jutted out from the walls and ceilings, their facets reflecting and refracting light in a mesmerizing dance. Elara was particularly drawn to a large, deep blue crystal. As she approached it, she felt its energy pulsating, resonating with her own magical aura. Intrigued, she began a series of incantations, hoping to communicate or tap into the crystal's power. Sorren and Thane watched in awe as the crystal responded, emitting a harmonious sound, almost like a song. The entire chamber seemed to vibrate, filled with the music of the earth itself. It was a reminder of the ancient magic that permeated Eolith, waiting to be rediscovered. With the song of the crystal still echoing in their ears, the trio ventured forward, filled with determination and wonder. The labyrinth's mysteries continued to unfold, and they were eager to uncover every secret it held.